Friends, hope you're well. Here to share a tutorial on my Team 45 robot. I'm into robotics. It's popular. They're ranked by popularity. Our Team 45 robot is third most popular. We've improved it. It's more accurate and faster. For new users, I've prepared a tutorial PDF introducing the robot and explaining how it works. Our popular, best-selling robot is Scientific. On the main site page for top robots, they are ranked by user popularity and sales. Our Team 45 robot ranks third, and I've made many tutorial videos about it. It's now more accurate and faster, with users utilizing it. For new users, I've prepared a PDF tutorial introducing the robot and explaining its functions. This video will guide us through the PDF. Buyers can request team support to get this PDF, handy like a strategy notebook. Let's go through the PDF together. It's improved. Users utilize it. For newcomers, I've made a PDF tutorial introducing the robot and explaining its function. This video lets us review the PDF. Buyers can request the PDF from the team for strategy reference. They can start using the robot and explore further. Let's review the PDF, and an interesting video follows. The Team 45 robot combines 9 indicators for 5 games. What are these 9 indicators? See them on screen. One is a macro indicator, another is CCI. I'm showing you this page, and there's another to mention. And this video is just the reason for us to go through the PDF together. Those who purchase this robot can ask for support from the team to get this PDF so they can have it handy, like a strategy notebook. They can start off using the robot and then dive deeper into it. I won't take up more of your time. Let's check out the PDF together. And there's a really interesting video coming up. The Team 45 robot is a combination of 9 indicators that are used in 5 different games. Now, what are these 9 indicators? For example, you can see on the screen here, there's a basic macro indicator, and there's also the CCI indicator. I'm showing you the things I see on this page. There's another one as well, but it's a bit tricky to find the specific indicator I want. Let me change this frame to see what else we can find. I think I've mentioned all of them, but if there's anything else, I'll let you know. It's hard to find the specific indicators. So let me change this frame to see what else we can find. I think I've mentioned everyone's name. Written works. Yes, these are the 9 indicators I mentioned. Basically, they are used in the analysis. And what does that mean? It means you can access these things on the chart. For example, you can talk about the indicators here. If the internet cooperates, like it does for me, you can search for something here. In English, RSI 30 stands for the Relative Strength Index, which is a momentum oscillator that measures the speed and change of price movements. You can move your mouse over it, and it will give you a number. Now, I close this to keep the page clean, but it doesn't do anything too strange. The weird part is that if you want to throw all 9 indicators into the mix, it can get really complicated. Plus, finding divergences can be quite challenging. For example, it says here, Mr. Divergence is here, and we see that at 74, it was at 55. The robot has picked this up for you. I can almost guarantee that you won't find a human who can spot 180 divergences at least several times before. Mr. Divergence, we have reached 74 places here. We see that it was easy here, some 55. The robot has taken this for you. I almost promise you that it is impossible for a human to see 180 degrees, at least not a few times before. I've checked 152 divergences before, and there's no doubt about it. The speed and accuracy are impressive, and it has a systematic approach to analyzing, without you needing to have those qualities yourself. These 9 indicators aren't just for length. I mentioned that it's a complex thing. Now, look at how the market changes during this period. Look, the market is showing you how it works between these 2 indicators. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It shows divergences, and according to our strategy, if it hits a trend line, we can enter a trade. Now, let me tell you that these 9 indicators are used in 5 different games. What happened in the last 35 years? In the last 25 years, there have been about 70 occurrences, and in the last 70 years, there have been 140, and in the last 280 years, there have been 280. In the past, you can specify this from your settings. So, this is the definition of the Team 45 assistant robot, which I personally really love, and always use as a confirmation tool without exception. There are 2 ways to use this product. Let me make this a bit bigger. This is better. You can develop your strategy. It includes economic indicators and metrics. It shows real-time data, trend lines, and trend highs and lows with deviations. It offers indicators for personal strategy creation. Use it as a confirmation tool for professional strategies. I work with a team like this for complex strategies needing 5 indicators to align. Even experienced strategists hesitate to enter. We also get uncertain at exit points. If you have a professional strategy, you can use it as a confirmation tool. What I do is work with the team in this way. For example, you might have a complex strategy that requires 5 different indicators to align and give the green light, and so on. Sometimes, even when we have a strategy and we've been in the market for years, we hesitate to enter based on that strategy. Or we get uncertain at the exit point, thinking, should I do this now or not? That's when you look and see, for example, at that moment you notice, wow, this divergence just showed up. It just dropped on the 1-minute time frame, and we moved out of the discussion to 82p. Fall. Oh, courtesy of your service, see what it is telling you and what the robot is telling you. Well, it's much faster. That is, if you are scrolling, I'm not saying it can't be done manually. You can also open these movements, change the money, see with your eyes, find divergence. If you are Superman or something like that, you can probably do this. But other than that, you can use the processing power of the computer, artificial intelligence. It is more rational and doesn't require you to be Superman. You can either create a strategy or use an existing strategy as a confirmation tool. I came up with a strategy that I explained in the product page videos, and I definitely recommend watching those videos carefully. It might be a bit complex for those who are just starting out, so you might want to watch it twice to make sure you don't miss anything. You're not missing out on anything. The market is crashing again. I really didn't think it would go this way. God is showing us what kind of robot this is. I'm here to introduce my strategy, the same one I mentioned in the video. I've summarized it for you in a way that makes it easy to take notes. Let me put on my hat, so the sun doesn't get in my eyes and annoy me. When it hits, it means just like what you see in the screenshot here. If it touches one of these 2 edges, it means for a short position, it's the upper edge, and for a long position, it's the lower edge. Dude, what does divergence over 1 length mean? Each green line represents a 1.5 length divergence. For example, here with the last 25 years, the more the green line extends, the more it indicates. The more this green line extends with longer lengths, noting a slight drop due to divergence. A 1.5 reaction might be minor. Here, you see 2 divergences with 2 different lengths with 3 in a row. The market continues dropping. This divergence is key. Ignore arrows. Their final confirmation. This is the 3rd break confirmation. Inside, it might touch ceiling and floor, but it's pushing out. Next day, it wants to break and go risky? Let me zoom in to show you. It might have touched, but day's candle was inside. Arrow shows it hit trend line, divergence above. I'm taking another step. You're entering site. It's entering Iraq, where set up account in upper cities. Inside the channel, it means it might just hit the ceiling and floor of the channel. But inside the channel, it will hit the Canadian border. The next day, meaning it wants to pass through. So is it taking a risk like that? Like right here. Let me zoom in a bit so I can show you exactly. You see, it might have touched. But where was the day's candle? It was inside. This arrow indicates that it hit the trend line, and it had a divergence above. But I'm going to take one more step up for you, and you're entering the site. So it's entering Iraq. Where are you setting up the account for it? Right in those upper cities. Or, for example, to get likes, the lower cities are on the list. Why are they rushing through? Because I came to explain everything in detail. For instance, I gathered a lot of information for you. Hot off the press. Let me tell you about the last trade I made with this robot. I posted it on my Instagram page. It was on the 1-hour time frame. Mr. Hodge, wake up. Let me bring this for you. This. Sorry. Yes, here. we touched the trend line. You might see it as $630,000 or $20,000, but when I got it, it was $63,000. We touched the trend line 2 days ago. What does this mean? We had 4 lengths of divergence, 4.5 from these green lines. We had a solid divergence, 0 divergence, correct below. The arrow shows it's slowing down, but it's coming in daily. Open a position here. Wherever you trade, step in with more risk. Depending on your risk management, enter with 1.5, 2, or 3. On this, put the heart of the kilo, the heart that has the flash, and let it go. Rather, this flash heart is entering, day by day. Here, you open a down shoe position. Now, wherever you are trading, if you step into this Shasta, let's take on a little more risk, maybe 1.5. Depending on your capital risk management, you might want to enter with 2 or 3. I made a video on capital risk management. You should definitely check it out. So, according to your risk management and capital, you can set it at 1.5, 2, or 3, whatever you have. If you have a personal strategy, you can use it as a confirmation. All right. So about this, let me close this for a moment and show you. Here, with this pride, I'm going to hit it again and turn my back. This paper setup is really interesting for those who are using the robot. We definitely recommend that you use it because before you get your real money involved, you should try it out first. Now, let me play this for you to see what happened. This drop is just continuing and coming down. Right now, the market is here, and let me shout out the date for you, so you know exactly what it is. I brought you a screenshot for confirmation. Yes, it was 63.5, 207. We were also with Persepolis, and they congratulated us on our paper profit. So, here at 63, 207.5 was my entry point, and that was my exit point. 62.0 half past 21. 62 half 0. What does 21 mean? It's minor. I got a symbol for 25 for an hour. My risk and capital management differ from yours. The method works well at both the bottom and top. The financial indicator is about technical analysis. If the time frame is higher, confirmation and detection power are better. I showed it without profit, but you'll profit by 11:30. You should have bought at 11:30. Expect it to be a tool that works scientifically, using computer detection, more precise and faster than humans. Higher frames improve confirmation. I showed it without profit, but it doesn't incur losses. By 11:30, you'll profit. I said I didn't incur losses in the financial market. Buy at 11:30. Expect this, a scientific tool using computer detection, more precise, faster, and prettier than humans. My path didn't require magic, just a market edge. Win 8 out of 10 trades, and you can handle losses. I hope you will have this expectation. A tool is working for you scientifically, using the power of computer recognition to do what humans can do more accurately, faster, and more beautifully. I don't think you need robots to get rich. Life throws challenges at you, and you don't need to rely on them. The path I took didn't require any, just having an edge over the market can get you by. If you win 8 of 10 trades, you handle losses. We can learn and practice. You can do it with a robot or help. Relaxed mindset. You can do what you want, the way to go. Don't look for unnecessary. There's no need. Sometimes you say impossible, but it isn't. If you go, you can't at 300. I haven't bored you. Let's continue. I've the strategy written so you see it, and after purchase, you have it. You can do this with a robot, or anything that can handle it. Just relax your mindset. You can do whatever you want. That's the way to go. So don't go looking for weird stuff. There's no need for that. What I mean is, sometimes you say it's impossible, but it really isn't necessary. For example, if you want to go north, you can't do it at 300 speed. Here it is. I hope I haven't bored you. Let's continue with this. I've written the strategy right here so you can see it in front of you, and after your purchase, you can have it. This robot has a series of customization capabilities that you can customize. Let me tell you. You can customize your trend lines and the divergence that appears. I'll show you right now. For example, I'm going to completely close the robot and add it to the page. You'll see how it works. When you're facing the purchase section, you click on this white Spirit team, and it adds 45 million to your screen. But since we live in Iran, you need a bit of fast internet, patience, and all that. Downloading a heavy robot might take about 5 seconds to load. Please come here and click on the settings. It's written in sweet Persian. This update I gave last year is here under the name New Update, where you can see more details. We can change the colors because your background might be white or gray. The appearance was really important to me, since you might be looking at the chart for about 10 hours a day. It looks nice, and we can specify which divergences should be active or inactive, meaning we can do this for different lengths. Just look at these 2 lengths I'm selecting. Countries shift aids us. Divergence gone. I'll reverse. Watch cycle find new. See what happens. Cycle turns with divergence. Customizable for pros. Amateurs use defaults. Change lengths 25, 35, 74, 280. Set 27.5 for 25, 30 for 35. Pass length 280,500. Max 500, so 499.5. Limit is yours. Trend line exists. Stat readers know. Recuperator in French. Fits data for best chart line. Fits data. Draws line at percentage. The limitation is in your hands. Well, we also have a trend line. Those who know how to read statistics understand how this works. This is called a trend line, or in French, they call it recuperator. What it does is, you give it some data, and it tries to draw the best fit line for these other charts. For example, from here to here, it tries to fit the data as best as it can, and we set it to draw a line for us at a certain percentage. Can you show us the trend? What is the standard deviation? These 2 orange lines, for example, if I adjust the deviation, 1 orange line gets closer. You see, it's downloading. Look, keep the error, closer. It justifies all the data, but it can give fewer positions. But this is exactly a statistical thing. You can read about it. Most of the settings are intentionally false, okay. But we've given you the option. You see it written up there? It's because our VPN got disconnected, and we're defining this in Iran with a lot of effort. I feel so close to you that I won't even bother to edit this out. Please forgive me for my shortcomings. God willing, our country's internet will improve. After we make these changes, you can click the button here to switch to Persian settings, and it will adjust for you. You won't need to do anything else. Now, the internet is down, so that's that. If you have any questions, I recommend watching the videos first. They answer about 90% of your questions. If you have any other questions, there are 2 support contact numbers on the website, and this is my Telegram ID. You can check it out with support. Until the next video, take care, thank you, and goodbye. Check the support with the support team, and until the next video, take care, thank you, and goodbye.